Afternoon traders, this is Microsoft. They report earnings. We want to show all our traders, once again, that is a 150-day moving average. This is all coming next week. We have the Amazon trade right here that got a nice pop. They also report earnings this week. There's going to be a lot of volatility, but in the option market, we're going to do extremely well. Google will be reporting earnings this week. They came up off of the bottom. There's a lot of challenges in the ad revenue, but don't worry. We have Chipotle Mexican Grill, one of the best stocks on the planet that never misses quarterly earnings. They have executed well. We had traded the last breakout from here to there, and when the markets got really bad, we had to go short. Now we're back at the 50-day, the 100-day, and the 10-day is pointing right up there. They're going to report earnings this week. This stock called Facebook, referred to as Meta, it has been drowning forever. They too are going to report. And we have a trade for every one of these trades. PANW, one of the best there is. All you have to do is sign up for the free 5-day trial, and you can start rocking and rolling right along here with us. It's going to be a big volatile week. There's going to be lots of money made. Believe me. And this is a time of year where they can rally. But remember, the earnings right now are not going to be real bad. Next year will be in an earnings recession. They will be real bad. But right now, there is a trade with the seasonality time period and how to make a lot of money. Now, let us show you something. Soft, the call side and the put side. We know what we're doing after 30 years. We know how to make the markets in this market, and we will show you how to do the spread trading to address the risk. When we take a look at the Amazon in the option pit, my friends, and next week is going to be one big week, let me tell you. And just remember, it's not about how much money you make. These are the options, and they're very cheap. They got down here to $2.20. We bought 100 of these contracts, and we made 10 grand, and we came out. But on the put side, we look at this side of the market to manage the risk in case they miss the reports and they don't come in. When we take a look at, once again, when we take a look at the Google option pit, as we will show you here, and they too will have big upside calls, which we'll be buying, and we'll also be looking at the put side of the market just in case Google tanks. There is some weakness in the ad revenue spending. Snap said that, but Google has a much better business model, okay? But we do know that CapEx spending across the board, forward looking into 2023, is 98% of these CEOs are negative. They're not positive. We don't care if it goes up, and we don't care if it goes down. We're still going to make our money one way or the other. If we lose on the call side, then we're going to make the money over here on the put side. That's the way that this market has to be treated with this key core earnings coming out this week. We got the PCE deflator coming out. That's what Jerome Powell at the Fed watches more than the CPI or PPI. Traditionally, this is the time of year, like we have said 2 weeks ago, this is the time of year when you get rallies. That's a seasonality thing, okay? And the markets have had a lot of volatility, and volatility is the best outcome to making a lot of money. Once again, it's not how much money you make, it's how you protect the money and still come out with the gain. You lose on one side, you make big on the other. And a lot of people have a hard time doing that. They listen to all of these clowns on CNBC, all of the retail outlets and networks and this and that. They go to put on the trade because they don't know what they're doing, and they lose a lot of money. Does that sound familiar? If it does sound familiar and you want to change that, we can take that right step today. Once again, it's the effort, time, and energy that one is willing to get in there. In the futures market, we're the best in the world. and we can teach you how to trade futures. We can do the option trading. We can do everything together. I will be doing these individual videos on these earnings coming out with the call side set up and the put side set up so that you don't get demolished. If they pop on a good earnings report, well, then you're going to still make a lot of money. Yeah, you'll lose some money on the other side. But remember, managing risk is the number one success to prosperity. And my job as a professional is to bring out the best in who? You. And I provide you the entries and the exits and the stops. All you have to do is show up, be willing to be willing, and you will go as far as you can go. And the sky is the limit, meaning that once you learn this the right way, it never stops paying you money. So let's go ahead and walk down that road. This is going to be one big week for the core earnings in the 5 large cap stocks. Another one that we're going to be looking at is Apple Computer. And what challenges does Apple have? Computer ran right back off of the lows into the 100-week. These are weekly moving averages on every one of these charts. And we have definitely had that pop. We've had a lot of problem with Fed hawkishness. We've had a lot of problem with the inflationary trade. And the bear market has ferocious great rallies. And bear markets, like great trends like this, going up and going down, makes you money both ways. Defining support, resistance, price, volume. What is the option market like in Apple Computer? And see where the call options are. They're not real expensive on Apple, and that's the nice thing. This is the put side of the market. So when one is buying calls because they believe it's going to go higher, that's all good and well. But knowing where to buy the cheap end of the market in case everything goes bad will protect this side of the market, and it will give you a profit. I will be updating each option trade, each entry setup, each exit setup, both on the call side, both on the put side. And this week is a gigantic week coming up, my traders, and it is. And all of our traders have great success with the futures market and the option market. Why? We're the market maker in the option pit, and we know what we're doing. So if you're willing to be willing and show up on time, you have a great plan right here talking to you for your success today.